we? Women are powerful. Sometimes I think that we underestimate ourselves. We don't give ourselves enough credit for what we are capable of. God has given us each special assignments. Like, He gave men the role to preach in a public assembly. He gave women the job to teach kids, evangelize, go on mission trips, do random acts of kindness, and just be an example. This doesn't mean that we are useless compared to the men. We just have a different role. Turn with me to 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 12 through 13. Verse 12 says, "Just as a body, through one, has many parts, but all its many parts form one body, so it is with Christ. For we were all baptized by one Spirit, so as to form one body, whether Jews or Gentiles, slave or free, and we were all given the one Spirit to drink." We all have our own God-given talents, and God knew what talent you were going to have and how you could put it to use to further His kingdom before you were even born, as it says in Jeremiah 1:5, "For before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." Not all of us are good with public speaking, and not all of us are good with people, but that doesn't make you inferior to those who are. What if everybody in the church could preach all day and all night, but nobody could teach the kids? Well, then something would be missing. There would be nobody to give the kids that foundation to the beginning of faith. That would be like the body of Christ having two left feet, kind of walking in circles. Everyone can contribute in their own way, and God gave you that special ability. We need to use that ability that God gave us and encourage each other to use their abilities as well. Would God want you to say, "Oh, I didn't use that job that you wanted me to do because I didn't think it was big enough or more important enough"? Well, there's this really cute story I heard. Once there was a nail, and it was holding in a piece of the roof at a church. And this nail thought that it was really not important, and it was small and didn't have a big role. He wanted to be like the pews, or the songbooks, or the pulpit. One day, the nail decided since it's not a big enough role, then he just decided to leave. So he wiggled out of its spot and fell in a ditch. Then a big storm came. It started to lightning and thunder, and it rained, and it tore the part of the roof that the nail was holding in right off. And then the rain came down, and all the pews got wet, and the songbooks got wet, and the pulpit got wet. And then the nail realized that even though he seemed like he had a small job, without him there, then the church didn't function the right way. If you really think you don't have a big enough role in the church, then think about the souls that are being missed. Not only do we have unique talents, but we also have unique resources. For example, I'm one of the only ones here who goes to Pine Lake Preparatory. If I should grasp that, because if I don't evangelize and tell people at my school about God, then how do I know that they'll ever be saved or they'll ever hear the truth? It's the same with whatever school you go to, or job you have, or club you go to. You have to be an example in where you go. It's a job that your preacher doesn't have, and your teacher doesn't have, and your youth group doesn't have. It's a responsibility that you have. And some people think that they aren't able to contribute. We should use those talents that God gave us and encourage each other to use theirs as well. We need everybody for the body to work. There are lots of different parts, and we need to come together as a team to win. It's easier to run a race when there are others running with you.